Peace, tribe, love, and light. Angela Marie coming at you again. And I want to touch on a couple of things. I'm going to be doing videos as regularly as I can. I'm not going to come up with a schedule beyond that because then I get too wrapped up in obligations, which is really the reason why it's taken me so long to finally do a YouTube channel in the first place. I've established a online presence through Facebook and Instagram, but just as a person, as a Gemini who is into it for one moment and not so much the next. So I'm going to be doing my videos as often as possible. This video is super duper special to me because I've had endometriosis for 22 years, or maybe 23. I was told at the age of 12 that I would never be able to have children, and it shattered me. And I suffered with endometriosis, which is a female condition where your reproductive system attacks itself, all in all. As women, when we menstruate, we have an endometrium that sheds down. And I was told that mine was shedding up. And it was built up scar. It was creating scar tissue. And then there was 23 years of this, so it was built up. And it built up really quick over the course of my childhood, which I've journaled over. I kept a journal from 3rd grade through high school, so pretty soon I'll be releasing some of the thoughts that I had as a child and kind of comparing it to where I am now as an adult, which is the whole premise of my channel, just showing my life experiences and just having the whole aim of inspiring someone somewhere to do something better than whatever it is that they're dealing with at that exact moment. So endometriosis is a really intense female condition that so many people suffer from. I actually just healed myself of endometriosis about 13 months ago at this point, and I used 2 herbs. I used bladderwrack and I used Irish moss. I wrote a blog about it, or a post. I wrote a social media post that's saved on my Hello, my name is Angela Facebook and Instagram accounts. So many women have inboxed me or DM'd me and asked me for the recipe. I posted it online for free. Okay, and I ate 7 black mission figs. I did this for 30 days. And I got on top of what I was eating, because what I learned is that instead of the endometrium shedding up in my uterus, it was actually mucus that was taking over my body. So remember in a previous video, I told you all that mucus is actually a substance that the body creates when the body is processing too much acid. It's a slimy substance that targets the area that the body deems to be problematic, and then the mucus travels through one of your holes and evacuates the premises. Well, you're not going to use the restroom regularly if you're eating things that are high in mucus content. It's extremely dehydrating, and typically we don't tend to drink a lot of water. And then at that, if we are drinking water like mad, we're drinking the wrong kind. Unfortunately, if it's not spring water, your cells are not being hydrated. And that's the whole point. We want to build our cells up. So for the people out there that are fighting illnesses, all illnesses exist due to the premise of mucus, period. Dr. Sebi proved this in the 1980s. He won a case against the Supreme Court, and you can look it up, which proved that all of his ideologies are sound. They're scientific. And he had too many different survivors or patients or clients, whatever you want to name them, that were able to vouch for his practicality, all in all. So I would suggest that you do those things that I just named. One, a couple days ago, I advised that we drink half of our body weight in ounces daily. and that we keep a food journal for 3 days. I believe today would make day 2. So you want to continue to monitor everything that you're eating. If you're too lazy to write it down, take a picture and come back to it later. What we're going to do is I'm going to tell you exactly what part of your diet is acid and what part is mucus. So after the 3-day period, I'll be doing another video, and I'll be urging for people to go to my social media pages and start posting what you all are eating, so that I can tell you if your diet is mostly alkaline or mostly acid. I'm not charging anything for this, so just go to Facebook page. Hello, my name is Angela, with the spaces in between. You'll see me in orange and purple. I got an afro, legs showing, midriff showing, and then on Instagram it's _ hello, my name is Angela, all one word. I have on a Tupac shirt and some black leather joggers, and some red shoes. So yeah, follow me, ask these questions. Let's get some things answered and addressed, because your health is totally in your hands. After I did those 2 things, I started becoming more conscious of what I was eating that was full of mucus, and I was huge on bread and cheese of like any background. I didn't care. I was just really, really, really into cheese. I love the gooiness of it, you know, the practicality, how simple and easy it is. You know, I'm a businesswoman and my time was limited, and I had to balance my family life for a while with the help of my family, but my man was not allowed to be where we were, and I had a lot of stress on me. So I would do quick meals or go to the drive-through restaurants, you know, just to get a head start. Like I needed some help. But then when I became aware of all the detrimental things that were happening to everyone in their health, I started to take a closer look. And a real wake-up call for me was when my niece was diagnosed with cancer. She was 8. She just turned 9. That was a real wake-up call, because I have a child that's a year older than her, and I have another child that's 2 years younger than her. And you just want to become way more knowledgeable when health disasters like that hit that close to home. I had a lot of health scares myself where, you know, my health was on the line, and that's some hardcore shit to come back from. Children are not resilient. I think that that's just a lazy phrase, in all honesty, where people are just discounting the perspective or feelings of younger individuals. Endometriosis is actually a emotional portal for a lot of sensitive women that have taken the baggage of other people, other situations, or their own situations, or their own parts of their personality, and stored it deep within themselves, and like in the uterus right here. This is where a lot of stuff is packaged and like caged, and we as women need to know how to release it. So we want to be aware of what we're eating, first of all. Secondly, we need to stretch. We need to get into some yoga, get into some comedic yoga. Specifically, if you are conscious, you want to do comedic yoga. And when I was talking about my complexion, a couple of other, or I appear to be talking about my complexion in the other videos, like that's my whole point. I wasn't speaking specifically about my complexion. I was talking about how it responds well to the sun, and the darker, the more melanin you have that your cells are producing, the more raw power you have. Ra is the sun. So I am this way with my looks, and I am a pretty powerful individual. So I'm just saying that, highlighting that, to acknowledge the fact that you don't have to be a, dark-skinned individual in order to dominate something, I believe that our hearts are all purple. And that's what proves that we're alive. Oya is a deity or like goddess force that I'm learning about. So as I uncover more things, I'll bring you all in the know, but I do know that her color is purple. Her color is purple. And she communicates by wind and smoke. And she's like the goddess of fairness, and equality, and like love. But she does have a feisty part to her. So I've been told that I have some Oya in me, and I'll be doing some research just to verify that I'm enunciating things properly, because I'm bringing things to you guys as I'm learning it. So this is like a introspective look inside of my brain, which I'm like volunteering to everyone. Yeah, so go out and get yourself some sun. Take heed of those couple things, the water. Be aware of how much alkaline stuff you have in your diet and how much acid you have in your diet. And then we're going to start talking about an action plan. If you have endometriosis or any of the other female conditions that are like hindering you from living a typical, happy, peaceful, feminine experience, look into some herbs to fix it. Irish moss and bladderwrack and 7 black mission figs for 30 days worked very well for me. But I followed Dr. Sabi's food guide as well the whole time. And over time, I've gotten more and more strict. At this point, the last week, I've been more laxed with my eating. I have recently lost a lot of weight. You can look at my arms, my face. And I'm happy with what's happening. I've been on the alkaline diet now, or lifestyle rather, for maybe 2 years at this point, and I'm still learning new tricks. I'm not completely off meat, but I'm in the process of. I'm still on seafood, so I tell you guys about that whole thing, and I'm finally ready to release some information that I've gathered over the course of me figuring things out. So as I first started my journey, I was way too self-conscious to be this open. Now I'm just like, okay, people see the transformation on so many different scales. I can start speaking about a few things now because now I feel like I'm worth my weight in gold. So yeah. Oh, and I want to give you guys just like a more in-depth visual, because I have lost a whole lot of weight. I am the same size that I was in high school. Just got weighed a week ago. I was 139.5 pounds. I'm typically 165 to 160 pounds. Between 160 and 165. I've had 2 children that are, now 11 and 7. The 7-year-old's about to be 8. So I have had some things happen in life. I've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different medical procedures. 3 of them happened in it's almost been 2 years now. I had an IUD lodged in my uterus. I had a GERD procedure, and then I had 2 hernias corrected. The GERD and the 2 hernias were corrected like a day apart from each other, and the IUD situation was like 5 months prior to that. So yeah, I have experienced some physically traumatic things, but I made the commitment to do better. The doctors told me I wouldn't be able to go back to even try to deal with my twerking lifestyle until 6 months after surgery, 6 months post-operation, post-op. I went back in 6 weeks. So everything that I'm sharing now, I have just about tested out either on myself or on clients. So I do have some perspectives that I didn't have available when I initially came up with my ideas. So I'm this size now, and I just saw Tiana Taylor's body. Honey, bye. Look, I want that. Like, what's that, the number one? I'm going to need the number one. She's so saucy. Look, I'm finna transform my whole body naturally. And that is my guide. Right now, I am like an A cup in bra size, and I have on a sports bra so I can show you all. The more weight I lost, the more it affected my boobs. I was like a full C, maybe even a D cup after I had my son. With both of my children, I gained 50 pounds. So I went on like hardcore crazy workout sprees, because that was a way that I used to always like mentally take myself away from all the pain I was in from endometriosis. So I knew how to lose weight in a healthy way, but I was not being healthy in any other way. I was like emotionally hard on myself. I was eating things I had no business eating, and just getting the excuse me, the instant results that I was looking for, where my stomach was flatter, it wasn't really defined, and I did have like a continuous pooch. I got my butt to grow. I was real happy about that, and now that's going to be a focal point, because they've shrunken tremendously. So I'm going to have my man take a picture of me later on to post on social media, but like, I'm little now, and I like the petite side of it, but I want to pump some things up. And the whole point of Twerk and Tone's fitness formats is to be able to naturally plump yourself up, so you can celebrate your woman fat. I can still shake. It's just not that much to shake. So I'm going to be sharing my workout journey with you all, and I'm going to be following the same routines I've created already. So, and I'll be creating on top of that. So I'll make sure I let you guys in on the newer products. There's still twerk classes going on in Vegas if you're looking for them. Operation Get Right is at Studio 305, Tyrell Rose Studio, up in the North Las Vegas area. It's on Craig, just before you get to Simmons. And that class is every Wednesday and Thursday night. It is $20 a person. Class starts at 8:30. Typically runs for about an hour to 75 minutes. And there will be special classes on Saturday. Hold on, baby. From a New Orleans twerker. So that class is at 5:30 on Saturdays. And I'll make sure I post before the classes are officially starting, because Twerk and Tone is expanding. It's so many different talented people, and I would be a fool not to link up and do some creating with these dance goddesses. And there will be a certification program rolling out for any of you all that are prospective teachers. Maybe you want to get your foot in the door because you want to get deeper into fitness. You can totally be the fitness professional that you desire to be, teaching some shit that's like organic to you and what feels good. It's just all about feeling good. No one has to know what you're seeing but you. You have to see it nonstop. Don't nobody else need to, though. And if you're looking for pre-existing twerk fitness crowd. It is a number of us professionals out there. You know, I'm on the West Coast, but there's also Lexi. So her last name starts with a P-E. I can't remember what it is, and I don't want to butcher it, but Lexi's in California, and I'm sure you've seen her videos all over the place, and she's super duper dope. I got things going on in Vegas. There are some insane twerk instructors in Atlanta. Child, bye. They will have your life, like, handed over to you, platter style. It's so ridiculous. They serve. New Orleans, oh, y'all ain't even ready. Check out the instructors there. New Jersey, they got their whole swag. Like, they got their whole thing. Look that shit up. Check it out on YouTube, because, like, I couldn't believe my eyes. If y'all in Jersey, check out the classes there, man, because they are so dope. I'm from the go, so y'all already know Chicago got shit on lock. I posted some of the places that I went to when I was visiting Chicago, but pretty soon all this stuff will be up on my website, and I'll make sure that I let you all know when I'm rolling that out, but it's coming up soon. So yeah, just get out and see who has dance fitness classes. Zumba counts. I didn't think Zumba counted at first because I did not have a good instructor experience, and then I started having some really dope experiences. I went to like a Zumbathon in the downtown Vegas area a couple years ago, and it was so cool. Like, kids and teachers and parents and like just people from around the way dancing in the middle of the street. We were doing belly dancing and, you know, like typical Spanish dancing. We was doing like some island movement, man. Bye, that shit was so live. So yeah, just figure out who has dancing fitness classes in your neighborhood and try it out. You'd be so surprised how good it feels, because if you know what you're doing already, do it for an hour. Do it with a goal in mind. That means that you're starting off on a higher level than some other people. So you don't need to speak down to yourself. I'm not advocating for anyone putting themselves on a pedestal and knocking other people down, but I'm definitely advocating for people to sit up on their throne and be happy there. Be proud that you made it, even if you're just pondering doing so. That counts. So is there anything else I wanted to say? Oh, and take care of yourselves. Yesterday, I did not get around to doing the video, and I totally had intentions of doing so. I was at this big old park, beautiful, beautiful park, and I was hanging out and interacting with people. I did not eat at all when I rose. I wasn't hungry though. And I was standing out in the sun, and I thought that I could take it because the Vegas sun is like super intense, but this is like intense plus humid, and the sun was like beating down on me. Long story short, I fell out, and I needed to have assistance to get to a table and like gather myself, and like I was sluggish for the rest of the evening. Like when your equilibrium is off, it takes a while for you to stabilize yourselves. So that's what I was going through yesterday, but I am highlighting the name of, okay, there's Uncle. I am acknowledging the organization that put it up, Top Cutters. I'm going to have the picture up on my Instagram later on today. You guys, if you're in the Miami area, please support. He put on the dopest picnic for the community yesterday, and he honored my niece, Raina. We have some new shirts that came in, and the mom is, selling so that they could have money for all of the stuff that they have to supply the baby with. They are, following the doctor's the doctor's expertise when it comes to treating Raina. So that costs. and they have a GoFundMe page. I'll get all that information and post it on my Facebook. Hello, my name is Angela page. But yeah, it's $15 for the kids' shirts, $20 for the adults, and it was just extremely awesome to be around because both my daughter and Raina have had traumatic things happen with their health where their lives have been on the line, and they're extremely young, you know, from 10 and 11. Like, that's intense. So yeah, I'll look for that information on my Facebook page so that you guys can contribute if you have the desire to do so. If you're looking to find some herbal remedies for your health elements, specifically women with endometriosis, go to Hello, my name is Angela, Facebook, Instagram. It's a ways down my feed because I reported this like once I realized it worked. But the post is on there, and it's a picture of bladderwrack and Irish moss and black mission figs. Oh yeah, probably not going to repost. So if I get around to it, then I'll advise it in another video. But typically, I never get to reposting. It's really hard for me to post things on time as it is. And I will be posting a snippet of the routine that I'll be doing tomorrow. I'm starting Operation Get Fine. I got some herbs in mind to work on my breasts naturally, and exercising to get muscles to grow and expand. Your ass ain't nothing but a muscle. It's just the largest muscle in your body and the weakest. So you have to work it on purpose, and I have not. So, okay, that's all. Love and light, and be good. Be really good. All right, love and light, tribe. Peace.